Hello there, my name is Skull, and welcome back to Disco Elysium. I'm just giving myself some morale healing first of all before I go on. We are back. We've just finally last time we've gone to the dock workers union and spoken to Mr. Everett Clare to get the body down. And as much as I'd like to continue chatting with the guy, I'm actually going to, for now, leave him be. I will ask him questions later. Right now, the goal is to get the body out of the tree and investigate it to see if there's anything else that we need to look at. And that's what I will be doing for today. Or for hopefully what's going to happen anyway. So, we're going to go up and meet with Measurehead, who's probably, who knows, I think he's a little bit angry with us. I mean, we did, you know, punch him in the head, or sorry, kick him in the head so hard. So go down. What's this? That's a control panel sort, so I'll ignore it for now. I mean, I'll be back here. Is that a rooftop area? Excuse me. Apologize for me if I'm yawning. What was this? Policeman cloak. Looks like someone left this tarpaulin cloak hanging on a railing here. The white rectangle of the Reverdale Citizens Militia is clearly visible on its back. This is your cloak. You can feel it. Yeah, feel it. Lieutenant, point cloak. I think that's mine. Yes, it does bear the RCM insignia. And we're the only detectives in Martinez. Do you think I should get it? The service cloak is issued to you by your station? Yes, I do. Grab cloak and leave. As your fingers touch the tarpaulin, it almost feels like the cloak wants to deliver a message of comfort to your fingertips. I will shield you from the elements and give my life for yours. That's what the cloak is relaying. As for the corpse and shivers, ooh, that's... So this is gonna replace the signal blue naval coat. And there we go. We got a cloak we can use now. Okay. Savvy. I'm actually gonna equip the polar the pool Homer labor jeans. There's our guy. The pockets of these new jeans are perfect for sticking your hands into it. Makes you look cool, calm, collected. As your hand enters the pocket, your fingers brush against something soft yet crinkly. Hey, it's a chewing gum wrapper. It reminds you of the fruity juice of apricots. You should inspect closer if you have time. Something about the wrapper's texture is familiar. Not familiar in a good way, you might say. There's pain in there somewhere. Okay, odd. Interesting. Looking savvy, cop guy. Alright, well, let's go back through here now. Didn't expect to find a cloak there. Was it there last episode? I might have missed it. Or maybe we just dropped there. I need to look back at the episode. It's been a while. Or it's been a little bit. Okay. But you have this, so it's still locked, of course. Can't do that. No need of using the telephone, we'll just exit through here now. My apologies, guys. I'm yawning too much. Alright, Measurehead, so there's Measurehead. Oh, I thought it was faster. Oh, I missed it then. Damn it.
Do not presume this has drastically altered our race dynamic.
Well, I knocked you out like a god of martial arts. True. I said nothing about our personal dynamic. That has altered. He adds, a little. He means very little. Whatever told you to help us get the body down from the tree? So it was. You bested me in race combat to reach my superior. Then had him give me an order. I salute your cunning, enemy. I will go and remove the body from the tree with my bare hands. You're so noble, Measurehead. But while I'm gone, someone must stand guard on the bridge. That someone needs to be you. He turns to the lieutenant. Both of you. That would mean you're openly showing the people they're taking you inside. Well, it means showing everyone to take orders from the Union. Yes, that is precisely what it means, homunculus. This is not going to happen any other way. But Lieutenant, what if we don't want to do that? This is the uncomfortable result of not taking it down ourselves. I can live with the compromise. Listen to your little friend. He is wise in his childlike way. His mysterious race may yet prove fierce competition to my heroic Harpal group. Fine, wait, okay then. Babe, see that they stay here the whole time. The woman's gaze felt measured as it leaves. She turns to you. So, you guys are like cop or something? Well, we're just trying to keep things from going to shit. Have you ever thought that maybe things should go to shit? The woman twirls her hair. I'm Katya, by the way. Do you hear that? John looks towards the yard. That sound. He's breaking something. Yeah, Jean-Luc must be really tearing it up over there. I wish I could see that. I don't. I've seen enough of that dead body already. Look at you RCM credit cops! A loud voice booms from below. Guarding the bridge like everyone's lapdogs. Is this where it's at right at it now? The RCM is for sale? And who are you? Lieutenant fires back. What is your business here? Why are your clothes 4 sizes too small for you? That's none of your business. A shrill laughter interrupts you, echoing across Martinez. It's Kuno. Then the man turns to look behind him, with the behemoth appearing about the corner, approaching him, walking past him. The corpse has been removed from the tree. He brushes wooden flakes off his hand. Stand down and congratulate yourself. You have sided with the race victory today. Thank you for your cooperation, Measurehead. Farewell, ham sandwich. You are a Union man from now on. Ugh. Well, we had to do that so we can get the body down, so... Well, we're gonna continue on. We're gonna make our way to the dead bodies that was get down. I wonder how that turned out. Hopefully not too bad. I want to check something out. Since here I could make a visual calculus again, so let's give this a try. No, these tracks aren't interested at all. At the streets we were just keep them away. Okay, got you. Thank you, game. You are not being nice to me. Actually, no. I forgot. I should have wore these. Oh wait, we got the right glasses. Alright, oopsies. Kuno's little shit show. Oh, did he just rip the whole fucking tree? The hanged man. The corpse lies on the ground among the remains of an absolutely demolished pinewood branch. It is gently laid on one side. Well, it's down, celebrating in a more reserved manner. Mr. Measurehead has done a good job, the dad nods approvingly. Nothing is too broken or compromised. The victim's ready for a field autopsy. Hold up. Okay. A field autopsy. Yes, he covers his nose and lists. Excuse me. Oh, damn it. He covers his nose and lists. 1. Investigation of the scene. 2. Initial examination of the victim. 3. Field autopsy. 4. Transportation of the morgue to of the body to the morgue. We're on number 3. The F are they on about? A cop's gonna cut his shit up. But don't we have someone else for this? A doctor? No, you and I are detectives. The honor rank of detective signifies our ability to handle the entire incident chain, from autopsy to cleanup to social work, everything. Yes, I feel like a detective. Well, you are. Your station would not have assigned you on this case if you weren't. Now, Lieutenant adjusts his glass and takes a deep breath. Well, first, what exactly is a field autopsy? Come on, officer. He pulls on latex gloves. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them. Clap your gloved hands. Well, let's get in there then. There truly is a time for everything, even for yellow gardening gloves. He nods approvingly. However, they are lacking hygienically. I suggest you get in there in limited capacity. Alright, I'll ask you when I need you to. For the most part, maybe I should handle the contact and you take notes. We'll just fill this in, right? Show him the red field autopsy form in your ledger. Hey, level up too. That's right. He nods. Open your ledger at the field autopsy form. The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Excuse me, guys. Above those, an 11 field info form needs filling out first. It begins with... begin. Number 1 assistant. That's you. Leave it empty. The corpse sizes are indifferent to your retrograde amnesia. The next box says, coroner's case number KK57-0803.0815. Write it down. Next. Name. Unknown. Next. Date of birth. Unknown. Age. The man cracked his glasses. Roughly 50. Right. Roughly 50. The corpse looks ageless, like a meat on a hook. Race. Mondial. Or mondial. Write it down. The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything or other. Sex. Effie. The little monster claims energetically. Male. Pig's gonna have sex. Right, male. Nor does he look male with his pregnant belly and this cute face. Oh, goddamn hangman! Don't tell us crap, damn it. Date of death. We're still going with March 4th, 51. Right, 04.03.51. What else? Looks over your shoulder. Body identified by his non-applicable 10 case numbers, the same as the coroner's case. KK57-0503-0815 listens motionless with the cargo belt around his neck. Only 1 box remains. Evidence of treatment. None. At least not after the initial examination. But what exactly is treatment anyway? Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem. Well, how did you not know that? Aren't you a cop? You're leaving a weak impression here. Say something sure-handed. I'm not so sure. The silent nod. Lieutenant places his gloved hand on the corpse's chest as in preparation. The central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature. A holdout from the pre-Dolorian burial rites. Takes him 2 seconds to perform, then... Somewhere in Jamrock North, a small woodshed behind the Rosencrantz Row, Lieutenant Nick Fairbach puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey. It's raining outside, a little drizzle. There's darkness in the shed. Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette ball-like against the window. Outside, Grad Coron. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Torson. Hand extended, he approaches. To make sure she is dead, more than anything else. The building is tall, 7 stories, wind-wrapped in solitude. Most of the apartments are unoccupied. This was a suicide. The other, an accident. The small one. And so all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRH, 42 deceased persons found today. 42 stations of breath. Okay. That was weird. We should start the post-mortem. Turn the page. The corpse cannot feel it on its chest and no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. I think the boxes and list on red copier paper tries to answer why. That's our examination summary. Clothes. He begins. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Baburdine, I think. Let's see. He turns the body on its side to check the underwear label. See, it's happening. Badaran, yes. Inexpensive. Size M color, white. This employment is palatable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid. Write it down. Those of the clothes have been removed post-mortem by scavengers. In order to get to the victim's ceramic armor, officers are in search of the missing pieces. Removal of the boots is left for processing. Write it down. Tattoos. He sends up people planned on either side of the body. Torso is covered in a single continuous tattoo resembling a map of the night sky. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings to be added to the case file as documented A1. The photo is taken on the scene using a Trigot Mini. Write it down. The deceased has a cargo lashing belt around his neck, tied with a hagbed's dot. Ugh. I am so sorry guys if I'm yawning too much. I'm a little bit sleepy. Color, yellow. Length, 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end. Write it down. He produces a measuring tape. Well nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.80 meters. Generally consistent with age, about 50. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature below freezing. Write it down. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. He kneels in to get a better look. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short. Touch the corpse hair before moving on, sure. The hair under your latex fingers feels cold to the touch, wet. Stroke his hair, gently. The stench is suffocating. Strands of dark brown hair start sticking to the lace of the glove, like thread of a rag doll's head. There must be brilliant in there. He's combed his hair back with oil. Write down, short male pattern baldness. Liberty is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem, low velocity. Effin' low velocity? The kid explodes. You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was effin' max. Talking shit about Kuno's velocity. Lieutenant pays no heed. In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest consistent with predation. Write it down. Ligature mark. The lieutenant produces a small folding knife with other hand pulling on the belt. He starts cutting into the polyester. The stench is horrid. After a while, it's obvious the material cannot be cut. There's steel wiring, he concedes breathless. There's too much of it. Way too... Sorry guys. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark. You got the right tool for that. The chain cutters. Oh yeah, I'm prepared. Pet the chain cutters. The hangman lets out a joyous little bubble of rot from his nose. Well, good thing we got those chain cutters. Pull out the rubber goof cutters. Always good to think ahead. Now, he points to the rope squeezing the dead man's neck. We need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can. See, my pig is gonna F his head off! No, he ain't. Celix Blaze, your pig's a boring F. Let's look for a good spot to cut. The belt is equally tied around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like a white bread rising from the yeast. The knot is a weak spot. The chain cutters fit in there. Steady now, like a flower arranger. 2 cuts and it should come loose. You get +3 interface and gave instructions. Sweet, so that gives us a higher chance to make this. Let's go. Hey, success. After some deliberation, you sink the cutters into the knot, tying the belt together. You squeeze your rubber handles together, sweat forming on your brow. Press down. XP gained. Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and a dark red ligature mark around it. Lieutenant kneels closer, running his finger along the dark red groove until there's a gap. Damn, I am so sorry guys. The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck. As it ought to. This is where its grip on the curdled meat is gentlest pulling up. Hemorrhage is observed to the skin above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters. Chest is intact. Presses down on it. Normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant. Pelvis intact. Genitalia. Pulls down the man's underpants. Now it's gonna happen. See, I effing knew it. This is clearly what they've been waiting for. Ever since the autopsy began, Lieutenant is trying to make it as boring as possible. The reality is male and unremarkable. No evidence of an injury. Let's inspect the genitals. The dead man's penis is half its size, congested from the downward collection of blood. The testicles are uneven in length, hanging underneath. The genitalia is greenish, marbling and pressing around the crotch. Ugh. You should touch it. No. No. No, write it down, move on. Not even gonna touch those green balls, thank you very much. A back is symmetrical and intact. He struggles to turn the corpse on his side. Upper and lower extremities are intact but as asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh and hip. Bullets have been little pieces out of him. It must have been excruciating, especially in the hip. Before you is a temple of pain that knew little tenderness in life. In addition, I see smaller residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin. Well, this body of a soldier. This is the body of a soldier, a mercenary. He nods. We have a real museum here, of battles, wars. Write it down. Last item, hands. He takes the man's right hand in his and inspects it, and then moves on to the other hand. Let the lieutenant work alone. Hands are clean. He inspects the wrist. No sign of a recent struggle. Were we expecting any? I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, the stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment. Let's write it down. He turns to the side to breathe. Sauna. He buries his face in the sleeve of his jacket. Your muffled voice. That's all for the external. Well done. What next? Excuse me. I'll do a thorough examination. Summary. Central nervous system, he says, and then concludes abruptly. I have nothing. Do you have anything on the man's central nervous system? You don't even have a joke. Nope. Right, NA. Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. He gets close to swollen mouth hole. Eyes squinting from the fumes. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see. With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips. Black and vicious. You hear cracks as the lieutenant moves his sharp fingers inside the flesh, like the creaking of an old house at night. Yeah, check that effer off! The hyoid bone is fractured, he says after a while. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact, unremarkable. Let's write it down. Back hunches as if in a prayer begins to pry open the dead man's jaws. Repository system, he stops to exert more force, both hands are used. Oral capacity shows no less lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen, hemorrhaging present in mucous lips and mouth. Looks like that man's mouth. No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there, sickly sweet air unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again, straight in that mouth of his. No, you don't. You can't keep it in. You can't keep anything in. Look deeper inside. You manage to suppress the contractions trying to empty your stomach. All it takes is concentration. Through it, you see nothing but darkness. More meat than darkness. There are ancient mysteries down there, Kobo. Ask me later. Lieutenant lets go of the jaws. The mouth snaps shut before you. The hemorrhaging present in mucus. He repeats impatiently. Write it down. He wipes his brow. Habitability, NA. Why, don't we have anything? He looks at the corpse's stomach with a mixture of tiredness and disgust. Are you a habitability expert? Right, NA. Same for toxicology and serology, NA. Okay. Cardiovascular, the body exhibits lividity in the lower extremities, feet, hands, and neck, visually consistent with the hanging. Write it down. Gastrointestinal. He breathes a sigh of approaching relief. His last feel on list. He looks around to the ground, to the pool of feces there. Then he touches the corpse's bloated lower abdomen briefly and says, "Digested sesamal solid food in the stomach." Voila. Write it down. Omit the voila. What's next on the list? Description of injury summary. Let's see. He tilts his head. We have bite marks, constitutions on head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You need 3 fields. Even 4 to 1 too. What about the injuries we have inflicted? Oh? So we inflicted them? Well, this is a team effort. You mean the spin-stabilized munition from the Kell A990 muzzleloader lodged in his lung? That was not team effort. I just missed my shot. Also, let's not mention it. Muddy is the water. I agree. The waters are muddy enough. See, these pigs are effing corrupt, the boy nods approvingly. Why don't you F them if you love them so much? Now, injuries. Bite marks. He nods. Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted. Write down. And your opinion, officer? Beneath the description, there are 2 boxes awaiting to be ticked. B. Non-fatal postmortem. That was postmortem. Agreed. Next injury, constitutions. So, the scalp bleeds from a postmortem head injury. A stone, the head injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. A perpetrator on this scene has confessed to causing it postmortem. At maximum velocity, FO! Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity. Right now. Coagulated blood sticks to the scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. We need a description of injury, 2 boxes. Non-fatal postmortem. Right, next. What's it for the injury field for? Nothing, just in case. Okay, let's do ligature mark, finish the autopsy. A dark red braid ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gape on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck. Note it down. Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side, awaiting your judgment. The ring around his neck is visible. Opinion, fail injury. That's it. He cracks an uneasy smile. We have established a cause of death. It's not much, and leaves to be questioned, but it's a start. That's complete. Perform field autopsy. Hey, nice. He produced a small black plastic bag roll from his jacket. A body bag. Let's rest it up. I pronounce this field autopsy over. First, how did it go? Well, we established possible cause of death. Some would say that's the goal of an autopsy. What else? We were thorough with the list of injuries too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy. Oh yeah, well done, Master Detective. Maybe a drink is in order. No, we've already drank enough. What now? I need a copy of that autopsy form, then I will drive to Fauderborg. Rip out a copy of the autopsy pages. For processing. He looks at the dead man one more time, then at the slip of the red paper in his hand, then at the corpse again. He's seeking. Did I miss something? You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse. Tell me something, dead man. Try to remove the dead man's boots. Let's try and search the body one more time thoroughly. Fair. You run your hands over the victim's cold body. His hands, his torso, his swollen organs. They should be more thorough. Look under his fingernails, like Kim already did. His fingernails have turned dark, chipped, quite long. There's dirt under them. That's all. Do you think we missed something? You can't shake the feeling that there are more secrets concealed in the flesh before you. I've got a gut feeling that there's more to this corpse. Okay, well, we're in livor mortis here. He's disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast. Okay, well, where do we find a fridge for the body? It had to be industrial in size. Let's start by asking guards the building rides in the fridge store that beyond the gates. If they don't know, his voice trails off and his gaze settles on Kuno. But only if all else fails. F are you looking at, Bino Man? You want a piece of the Kuno? Want to get effed? Only if all else fails. Let's hurry then. He gets up. This is one task we cannot sideline. Wherever we are, whatever we're looking for will become harder to find. Okay, well, it seems we either send the boys we can either send it back to processing, or we find a fridge that we can keep so we can check for later. But for now, guys, I think this is a good point to end the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode for today. If you did, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below if you have questions. Until then, I'll catch you guys later in the next episode. See you later.